today I am going to be filming an unboxing of the makeup kit that I got from the makeup course that I have enrolled in online. So this is all from Kryolan here in Australia. I believe it's sort of similar to Mayron but in Australia, but I am not 100% certain. Kryolan Professional Makeup Shades. Soft pressed powder for dry application. This looks like it's sort of like an eyeshadow palette. So it's like a black and some browns and neutral shades in there. We have Kryolan Professional Makeup Shades as well. This one's got some like reds and oranges and some more warmer toned browns, or are they the same? No, that's definitely warmer toned. We have Kryolan Professional Makeup HD Cream Liner. So this looks like it's going to be a little black eyeliner pot, probably. Let's open this one up. Yep, just a cute little black pot of eyeliner. That's good. I've never actually tried a pot eyeliner. I am excited to give that a try. We have a foundations, ultra foundation circle. So 6 different pigmented foundations. So if we open this up, looks like it's got, I'm going to open that all the way up, looks like it's got those different foundation shades there. Got nice clean hands, I washed them just before, so we'll swatch that just on the back of my hand there. Looks like it might be pale enough for me. It's possibly a touch warm for me, but that's pretty common. I'll put that back in the box. What do we have next? This is a lip rouge wheel. This box was already open, which is a little odd. So some blush or lip colors. Got like, this packaging is all mostly accessible for the most part. I've got some like light pinky through to some like darker red kind of shades. I'm so bad at putting these back on. One of the parts of my disability means that my fine motor skills are not very great, which is a difficult thing in the industry, but that's something that I am trying to overcome. We have a translucent powder. I won't get this open because it's just a translucent powder. But we'll see. Oh, we have like a makeup palette. I didn't realize this was in here. I actually ordered one of these recently. Oh, it's like a mirror? It's a mirror as well. So, I don't know if it also works as a palette. And then there's just like a palette, looks like a palette knife basically for a mixing palette. So that's interesting. I have to look at the list of everything that it comes with. We have, on this side, we have just a set of lashes, and then on the other side, there is a bunch of those individual lashes. I have never tried these. I'm normally really terrible at normal false lashes, but we will see what that is. This is a bunch of latex-free sponges, really good if I end up with a client that has a latex allergy. That's awesome. What is this? Oh, a contour pencil. That just looks black. That one's brown. That side's brown. That side is definitely black. So it's like contour pencil and an eye pencil maybe? Interesting. This is like really crazy light, which is a really weird sensation. We have a color wheel. Artist color wheel. Let's open this one up. Select a color on the outside wheel, align it with a color on the inside wheel, and the mixture appears in the window on the side. So if we take green, we'll flip that there, and if we would add black to green, we'd get this dark green. If we were to add white, we'd get this light colored green. If we were to add blue, we'd get like a bluey green. Yellow, we'd get like a lime, obviously. And if you add red, you get like sort of a muddy color, obviously. So that's pretty cool. And then on the other side, we have relationships. Turn the dial so that the arrow points to a pure color in the outer row. Color relationships are shown using the diagram in the center. Oh, that's interesting. So down the bottom here, we have complementary, split complementary, trad, split complementary, and trad to our blue, which is our pure color at the top. So for example, a complementary color to blue is orange because they're opposite on the color wheel, but this like specifically sets it out. That is really cool. This is just a little pair of tweezers, but if you look nice and closely, it also has a little comb attachment on the end, which is really cool. These are weighty, which is really nice. And then I have just a welcome to Kryolan community. Hygiene and basic kit care. So for cream makeup products, palettes, liquids, and concealers, you use a spatula to put a decent amount onto the mixing palette and apply the product from the palette. That way you're using one mixing palette and one spatula for each model so that any products that have come in contact with the skin don't touch the main products. That way I can use them on multiple people. For loose powder, I'm going to decant a small amount of powder from the container onto a powder puff mixing palette or tissue, and then I use my powder brush and then can use that on the model's face, and then I am changing my brush palette and puff between each model. Pressed powder. For maximum use, we recommend that you do not decant the powder from the compact. Instead, use a clean dry brush or puff for each model. Between models, use a clean tool and gently wipe down the surface of the product to remove contaminated surface layer from the product. Do not use any spray-on sanitizers or alcohol. It is dangerous to inhale vaporized materials and might deteriorate and or seal the products. For lipstick and lip gloss, you decant a small amount of product onto the mixing palette, ensuring that your lip/brush is sanitized for every customer. Alternatively, use single-use items. Pencils, ensure you sharpen pencils between every model. Between models, wipe with tissue and a small amount of alcohol. Mascara and liquid eyeliner. Sanitizing your wand is not recommended. Instead, use a disposable mascara wand for each model without dipping the wand back into the product. Tools and brushing. See our brush cleaning instructions inside the brush set, which is our last thing in here. This is really fascinating. As a beginner makeup artist, the hygiene stuff is not really talked about online, and I know they go into it in the course that I'm beginning, but I never really hear people talk about it. So those are the instructions that have been given with this course. So this is, you've got like 2 halves. This is pretty weighty of this brush set, and then we have obviously, oh, that's the do not eat pack, have all of these brushes. So we've got brushes all the way from this like little tinsy little kind of fine brush. We've got like, I think that's a foundation brush. This one's a bit fluffier. We've got our general fluffy blending brushes. Interested to see what this is, because this doesn't look like it's a brush. So we're going to open this. This is like a little bullet shaped thing, so I'm not quite sure what this is. Aha! It is a lip brush. It actually said it on it. I don't know if the other ones say it on it. I'll have to check. That's cool that it comes in this little like bullet thing. I don't know why, but let us look. Angle contouring brush. Okay, so that does say it. I feel like I've used that brush for foundation before. This is a powder brush. This is the foundation brush, nice and flat. Okay, I kind of like the angled one. This is our blush brush. This is a socket brush, so obviously for your eyeshadow. Medium eyeshadow brush. This is probably the concealer brush, large concealer brush. And the couple left. What is this? This is a bullet brush. So I think naturally I would probably use that for eyeliner or eyeshadow. This is a slanted brush. This is what I use to do my eyebrows, but fine details in general can be good. This is, yep, as I said, the fine liner brush. And then I'm guessing this is a small concealer brush? Oh, small rounded brush. Okay, so we have a large concealer brush, but not anything else. This must be the hygiene instructions. So they have brush cleaners and soap available at Kryolan. Not sponsored, by the way. This is just the company that the Online Courses Australia makeup course that I'm doing sent me. So rinse the bristles with warm water. Hold the brush so the bristles face downwards. So that I knew, because if you get water into the end of this brushes, it can destroy the integrity of the brush. Pour a moderate amount of shampoo on the palm of your hand. Sweep the brush on the hand gently to create a lather, and then use the lather to emulsify the product left in the brush. Keep the brush turned downward and squeeze the shampoo and product out of the brush. Rinse bristles thoroughly under running water until there is no product or shampoo left on the brush. To dry, lay the brush flat on a clean tissue paper or paper towel. Please ensure you do not dry standing up. This allows the brush bristles a 360-degree air dry from all directions. Interesting. Shape the bristles back into place and then leave brushes to air dry. This brush set is a starter set specifically designed for training purpose. Kryolan has a huge range of high quality brushes and brush sets specifically designed for professional use. We encourage you to explore our high-end professional range brushes to support your professional use post-graduation. So there's more brushes online. So that is what is in my box. I'm really excited to get into it. I'm nervous about the eyeshadow palettes. I don't use neutral eyeshadows. It's just not a thing that I have ever been very good at. I can pull off a blue eye, I can pull off a green eye, I can do a purple eye if I push myself, I can do red. I can't really do orange and yellow, that's something is not my strong point. But like brown neutrals, no idea what I'm doing. Same thing with like pink blushes and lips and stuff. I have like a really light pink blush that I like, and that's the only blush I have like ever used in my entire life, just because like, as I've talked about before on my TikTok, and as you can see, I have a lot of redness in my skin, and that comes through pretty much every foundation I've ever used. So I don't tend to add more blush to my face despite the full coverage foundation I try and use. So I haven't used a lot of blush, and then I'm not really a pink or red person when it comes to makeup, so generally if I'm wearing lipstick it's black, occasionally like a dark brown nude, but really rarely. Generally I stick to black, sometimes with a little green or a blue tinge as well. So it's actually really interesting starting to become a makeup artist and having to learn the basic techniques, despite the fact that I know some of the less common techniques. And just looking at that foundation that I tried on my hand before, it definitely has oxidized a little tiny bit, but it's not much. So this looks like it would be an okay match for my skin. We'd probably have to clean it up with some concealer. But anyway, this is what was in my makeup box from my Courses Australia makeup course. So thanks for unboxing this with me.